When you load a large amount of data into your Power BI report, do you think it runs faster or slower? Well, what if you're dealing with a large data set? How can you shrink it? Welcome back to our video series on Power BI Basics, where we're teaching you how to use Power BI from the ground up, with short, easy to follow tutorials we release daily. Today we're going to be looking at how to aggregate data with Power Query. When you're dealing with a large volume of data in a report, you want to think clearly about if you need to load all that detail into your report. A good report shows insights, not tables full of raw data. In fact, the less data you load into your Power BI report, the better. So whenever possible, try to load as little data as possible. Here is some sampled sales data I've imported out of a CSV into Power Query. This report is going to be on the individual daily sales of our products. That means I only need to show one row per day, not one row per day, per product, per location, per salesperson. So I'm going to use Power Query to aggregate the data. Before we do that, I'm going to use the data profiling tools, which if you haven't seen our video on, please go watch it here, to understand the data as it exists pre-aggregation. So I'm going to turn on column profile, and then I'm going to click down here where it says column profiling based on top 1,000 rows, and I'm going to tell it to do it based on the entire data set. As this loads, you can see that right now we have 100,000 rows of data. Let's see how that changes after we aggregate our data. So first, I'm going to aggregate our data. I'm going to go to transform and then group by, and then this pop-up will come up. As you can see in this pop-up right now, you only have the options to group by each column. So what this will return is this will return one row for every single date, and then it will return the count of the total number of rows. Let's see what this looks like. And I'm going to rename this test count. As you can see, I now just have one row per date and then a count of the total number of rows under that data. Let's see what it looks like with the column profiler. As you can see, I now only have 730 rows. But what if you want to group by multiple columns? Well, let's remove this step and then let's go back to our group by function. If we go to transform and then we go to group by again, we can then click this advanced button right here. In this case, I want one row per date per product ID. So I'm going to click add grouping, and then I'm going to select product ID, and then I don't want the location ID, the salesperson ID, but I want to keep the quantity and the total sale. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to rename this to quantity. I'm going to change this to sum, and then the column I'm going to choose is quantity. I'm then going to rename this to total sales, and then I'm going to change this to sum, and then the column I'm going to choose here is total sale. Let's see how this looks. If I now click OK, it's now going to group the rows. Uh-oh, I'm getting an error. Let's take a look why. It looks like we had a data type error. This is because I didn't change my quantity and my total sales to the appropriate data types. If you're wondering how to do that, please watch the video here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to change quantity to whole number, and then I'm going to change total sale to fixed decimal number since it's a currency. Now I'm going to go try my group by again. And I'm going to click advanced. I'm going to remove this. I'm going to add a grouping by date. I'm going to add a grouping by product ID. I'm then going to take a sum, and the sum of the column I'm going to take is going to be quantity. I'll rename this to quantity. I'm then going to take another sum, and I'm going to rename it to total sales. And then the column I'm going to choose is going to be total sale. And now click OK. And look at that. We now have one row per date per product ID, and then both the aggregated quantity and total sales. let's take a look at what our results looked like with the column profiler. As you can see, we nearly halved our data set while still maintaining the data that we need to build the KPIs or the visuals that we need in the report. And that's it. Aggregating with Power Query is easy. If you're interested in learning more about Power BI, please subscribe. We're currently releasing a new video tutorial on Power BI every day, and we would be happy to have you along for the journey.